All right, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk about the online poker world and honestly how much of a joke it is, how much of a joke it's always been. If we look, even track it back into its history, how many times people have cheated or been caught cheating, and honestly, the amount of edge tools that are provided to like your regular players, your professionals, and they won't like this either, but you know what? Forget you guys because you guys are shooting yourself in the foot. But the entire industry as a whole is a joke. It's always been a joke. And the whole purpose, the whole thing that fuels this game of poker is that there are recreational players that enjoy to come and play this game. And we're going to get into the cheating scandal in a second, but as long as this game has existed online, there have been tools that people can use that give them an edge, whether that's the heads up display, which is known as the HUD. For those of you, and there's probably a lot of you probably don't know what it is, especially if you're a recreational player. A HUD is a heads up display, which gives your opponent, or gives you, if you have one, statistics on your opponent's play. Tells you exactly how much they're raising pre-flop, how much they're calling, how much they're three betting, how often they're folding on flops, turns, rivers, what their showdown value percentages are. Like, it shows you everything, and I'm missing out on. I'm literally not even mentioning like 100 statistics that it gives you. And for some reason, these HUDs have been allowed since the beginning of time, and that's not considered cheating apparently. You're getting an edge on your opponent, and the professionals and the regulars will say, "Oh, well, everyone's capable of going and getting and downloading this program and getting." Yeah, of course, everyone's capable of doing it, but the problem is that if you're a recreational player, you're not going to go and do that. You have 2 hours to play after you put the kids to bed or after you come home from work, and you're not going to go downloading this program and try to learn how to use the. You're just not going to do that. Um, so yeah, I know that it's a skill thing, and like for Rex and professionals, you're like, oh well, just learn how to use it. Like, uh, you know, recreationals aren't going to do that. They're not going to do that, and you as a professional are shooting yourself in the foot by doing it. And the online poker sites, you guys are all shooting yourselves in the foot too by allowing it, because you if your main goal is to get people to come onto your sites and deposit, and the people that are going to be depositing are going to be recreational players. Professionals aren't really going to be depositing much because they're going to be winning. So the very people that you're trying to target to come fuel the games are the very people that you're deterring from coming to play by allowing these HUDs. And again, the HUDs aren't even what I'm talking about when I'm talking about cheating. We're getting there. We're getting there. But the very base of what online is built on since day one has been a complete joke. Okay, a HUD, a heads up display, should never have been allowed. It should never be allowed. And if you've ever watched my videos of my cash games, you'll notice that I don't use them. I know how to use them. I have the statistics. I can open that at the click of a button. I choose not to because I want to practice what I preach. Because you guys are all a joke in this industry, and even if you're a pro, if you don't jump on the bandwagon of banning all HUDs or any tool that helps you, um, that other players don't have by evening the playing field, then you're shooting yourself in the foot. Because yeah, I know in the short term it may help you versus another regular or whatever, make you statistics on a certain person, but ultimately in the end, it's going to deter people who aren't very good at this game from wanting to put their money online, and that in the long run destroys the game. So that's that. I've always thought that. I always will. And anything that you're not able to use live in a live game should not be able to be used online. Period. Also, if you're using a HUD online and then you go and play in a live game, you're gonna feel kind of naked after a while, aren't you? Aren't you gonna feel a little naked out there on the felt because you're not gonna have that HUD to lean on like you have for the last 500,000 million hands that you played online. And yeah. Anyway, that's my HUD rant. That's over. Onto the GG poking. Onto the GG poking. Onto the GG poker cheating scandal. There was a guy who went by the name of, what was his stupid name? It was Money Taker 69, who has cheated players out of thousands and thousands of dollars by he somehow tapped into the software. I'm not sure exactly how he did it, but he was able to see what his equity was in a hand. Can you imagine the edge that you have? Now, here's the fucked up thing. Here's the crazy thing for me is if that's what this guy was able to see and he was caught, okay, how many cheaters are there in the past and currently that are currently cheating and we have no idea about? How many are there? Honestly, if you think about it, there's got to be some because if you're going to cheat and you're going to cheat properly, you're going to make sure that you're winning at a rate that is not absurd, that is not above the normal winning rate in poker, and you're going to get away with it for, essentially forever. Um, when you think about programs and like little things like on GG you can rabbit cam. That means the software knows what the turn and the river cards are going to be before you do, right? Which means if somebody has like some kind of program, like if that guy can somehow tap the program to see equities in a hand, then someone's out there right now that can see equities in tapping turns and rivers, like that rabbit cam, for example, or tapping hole cards. It's got to exist. It's got to exist. It's just a matter of who's got access to it. And if somebody does have access to it, are we going to know about it? Are we? Probably not. I have had it up to here with online poker, and the other thing is like when people are caught cheating, they are not the people who were cheated out of their money are not compensated, and it's probably because how are you going to know who was cheated and when? And you can't reimburse everybody, but the online poker sites have taken their cut. They've taken their rake, and all these ambassadors out there, they've gotten their cut. They don't really care. Oh, doesn't matter. It's good now. Deposit your money online now. Oh man, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these people who are preaching to be something they're not, and something's got to change the online poker world. I mean, especially if you guys want to sit here and be like, "Oh, we need more recreational players and deposits online to fuel the games." First of all, I really don't give a shit because I have multiple businesses that's my livelihood. I play the game for fun, and that's why I'm able to sit here and say, fuck you to the system. But I guess what I'm really driving home is that if you're a professional player and you use these HUDs or whatever, you should also adopt this mindset because you're literally shooting yourself in the foot. Recreational players will not want to play with you on your website, on your online program. They won't want to come. And how you don't see that is like it's mind blowing to me. You can't see the forest beyond the trees. It's a joke. Um, yeah, that's that. I'm gonna end it with that essentially, but yeah, it makes me wonder how often we are still being cheated without knowing. And people will be like, "Oh, sure, bud. Oh, sure." Like you, how ignorant are you? How ignorant. Anyway, I'll sign off with that. You'll probably still see me online because I play the game for enjoyment and I somehow still happen to win money, even though we are probably still being cheated somehow, some way, whether that's through collusion or software hacking or whatever the hell's going on that we probably don't know about. But I've found a way to somehow stay profitable, and so I play for fun. And every once in a while, when I can't shoot out to the casino or play in a live game, I will probably jump online and play a few hands. So um, I want online to stay. I want it to change for the better for everyone, for us. Um, but somebody who's played recreationally and or semi-professionally, let's say, and knows professionals and knows recreational players, I know what the Recs are thinking. I know what the pros are thinking, and I know how to get back to a world where we merge the two back together. Because I'm telling you right now, people have gotten away from that. Recs will not play online; they just don't want to. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this rant. I will probably be more of these in the future, but take care.